jumping on here for my first vlog update of March. Can you believe it's March? I cannot believe it is March. Holy crapoli. So, I know this is a TBR 10 and I need to be updating you on my TBR 10, but when I was trying to figure out something to read in between Valor or Stints of Valor, I did start Marked in Flesh by Anne Bishop. It's part of the Others series that I adore, and I am about 30% into it, so I'm gonna try and finish that up before I start my TBR 10. I'm getting closer to finished with the fire sermon, and it's in the bedroom, so I didn't go grab it. But I am still enjoying that. I think I might go ahead and read the rest of the series. It's pretty good. Pretty good. And I think after I finish Marked in Flesh, I'm going to start the last book in the Lightbringer series so I can knock that out and be done with that series, and then finally establish whether or not it is actually number 2 on my list of favorite series of all time. And I am still reading The Black Coast by Mike Brooks. I'm not very far into it. As you guys know, it takes me a long time to read ebooks, and so I'm making progress, just not sufficient progress to give you an update on it. And as soon as I'm finished with the fire sermon, I'm going to trade my bedtime book in for City of Dark Magic by Magnus Flight. And I am looking forward to a new month and my reading picking back up. Can't say that I was actually in a reading slump. I was in a life slump and I was really busy. So there's that as well. And I still have not got my copy of The Well of Ascension. So that's another reason I'm going to start with Lightbringer, because Well of Ascension should be coming, and then I will be focusing on that for the Sanderson read-along. But then I can knock that out before it comes. And that's my update for now. The kids went back to school. That's nice. So I will probably get more reading time in. I say kids, I have one, but I mean the kids in Oklahoma. So I will be updating you guys as I finish the rest of my reading or continue the rest of my reading. Bye. Hey, checking in again, and I wanted to let you guys know that my copy of The Well of Ascension didn't come in, but my audio from the library did get released to me. And so normally I'll listen and read at the same time, but since it's here and released to me, I'm gonna start it. Actually, I've already started it. I'm like 10 chapters in, and it is so good. It is so good. I even, on my Goodreads, put The Burning White as the book that I'm currently reading, and I guess I'm not yet. But I'm very excited. The Well of Ascension is so good so far. And things have happened that I forgot about. So that's always fun. And I have been trying to read The Black Coast by Mike Brooks. I don't think I like it. I'm probably going to end up DNFing it. And it's personal preference. There's nothing wrong with the writing of the story. But one of the cultural things in this novel is people refer to themselves in third person, and it is very irritating. And so, because I can't stand it when people do it, and I don't even like it in TV shows and movies, reading it is even more irritating. But yeah, I might end up DNFing that one. I'm going to try to get a little bit more of it read before I decide that I just can't handle it, but it might be a DNF. And I will update you guys when I get further on the Well of Ascension. Haven't finished the Fire Sermon yet, so I'll stop talking about that until I finish it, and then when I finish it, I will give you guys my wrap up for it. But I'm very excited for this to be my first book that I'm reading this month. I didn't think it was gonna be. And I will see you guys in my next update. Bye. All right, to give you guys a final update, I finished the Well of Ascension and it was amazing. Ignore the fact that you can see my bedroom in the background. Well of Ascension, amazing, amazing, amazing. I'll give my final thoughts on it. Mistborn, I think it is going to crack the top 10 of my favorite series of all time. Just gotta get through that final book and see if I like how it ends. And to give myself a little bit of a break while I was reading Well of Ascension, I did read Binti. It was good. I have no issues with it. It was one of those short stories that leaves you wanting more. However, I did buy the copy of it that is the complete trilogy plus an added story, so I will probably go back to it later and finish out the rest of the book at some point, or read another story at some point. And I started The Burning White. Haven't got very far in it. Basically just read the recap in the story, and that's all the updates I have for you. If I think of anything else, I will let you know in my final thoughts. Bye. Hey guys, Editing Trinity here. I forgot to tell you guys, I did officially DNF the Black Coast. Was not feeling it. I couldn't stand the speaking in third person. Couldn't get past it. I know that's a personal preference thing, but I was not enjoying that aspect of it at all. All right, into my final thoughts. All right, guys, here we are for my TBR 10 end of the week wrap up. Final thoughts. So I started this month off listening to Marked in Flesh by Anne Bishop. I totally adore the Others series. I think it's one of my favorite of all time. And the reason I love it so much is the relationship between Meg and Simon. They are precious, like absolutely adorable. And I don't know, there's something about the leader of the Others that acting like a dog, like a puppy dog, that I find so cute. And I can't get past it. And every time Simon and Meg are together, he treats her like that's his human and he is her dog. And Their relationship is so cute. So cute. And then there is a lot of scheming going on in the background of this novel because Meg is a Cassandra Sanguine, which means blood prophet. And she ends up being used for her prophecies. They cut her, so be aware of that, to get her blood and to have her prophecies revealed. I don't know what to say about this particular book because it is the 4th book in the series, but I just want you guys to know this series is so good. So good. She ends up escaping her confinement, running away straight into the wolf's den, literally, and ends up taking a job with the pack that she has found, and shenanigans ensue. Like, I don't know what else to say about it because, again, this is the 4th book in the series, and I think it's just so great. So great. But I wanted to start my month off with something like that because the book I read for my TBR 10 was Valor. Well, last month was Valor. And that took a lot to get through. Like, brain power to the nth degree. Too much, almost. I enjoyed it. I really, really enjoyed it. But it took a toll on my brain. And so I needed something light and fluffy to get me through. And that worked. For the book I read for my TBR 10 for this month, that would be The Well of Ascension by Brandon Sanderson. I still don't have my copy of it, so I did this through the library. And oh my gosh, there were so many things I forgot about this book. And when I got to the end, I was mind blown again. I was like, wait, what just happened? Like, I know I read this before, didn't I? I think I did. But it was so good. 5 stars. Blew it out of the park. I cannot believe how good this reread of Mistborn has been. And I cannot recommend this trilogy enough. Then, my goodness, that girl has some crap thrown on her. She is dealing with so much in this book and says it like, I'm soul crushed. Soul crushed with all of the stuff that happened in this book. And I cannot wait to finish this series next month. And it's going in my top 10, guys. Like, I don't know what stopped me before. I mean, I do know what stopped me before because I've heard things about the ending that throw me a little bit, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. The final thing that I read this week would be Binti by Nnedi Okorafor, and I liked it. Nothing wrong with it. Wasn't great, but I liked it. And I read the first book. This is the complete trilogy and an added story. So I did enjoy the cultural aspects of the story more than I enjoyed the sci-fi aspects of this story. And there was a lot going on that felt redundant in the story. And for it to be like, I don't know, 56 pages, I was like, there's a lot of redundancies here. But it was good. Definitely a 3-star read. And I am intrigued to read the rest of this book and find out more about Binti and her past and her UMSA University career. I feel like this is going to be a fantastic book whenever I finish the whole of it.
So a good beginning, I guess you could say. Now, let's move on to what I am currently reading. Like I said, I am excited to keep reading this. I don't know when I'm going to read the next one because of the other book that I am currently reading, The Burning White. Guys, I'm 144 pages into this. That doesn't even look like 144 pages. This is a chunker book. However, back up, rewind, let's go back to January. This book is fantastic. So far, I am loving it. This has the potential to be a 5-star book. So far. Don't throw the crap that you threw at me in Blood Mirror and we'll be fine. I like where a certain character's story is going. The one that I was not so sure about in the last book, I'm really liking where it's going now. It's very, very interesting. And Kip, woo, buddy, he's getting it. And I'm very, very excited to finish the Lightbringer series. I do think it will stay at number 2 on my favorite series of all time. And I don't know that I am going to be picking up another TBR 10 book until I finish The Burning White because it is a lot. Now, Brent Weeks, his writing is highly accessible, just like Brandon Sanderson. So it's not that I'm having any issues with that. I just want to really devote time to Weeks and Sanderson when I read them, and I don't want anything else like interrupting my train of thought with those books. However, I am making it through The Burning White very quickly. Like, I have only been reading that for a couple of hours and I'm already 144 pages into it. So I'm hoping that when I finish that, I can move on to The Need by Helen Phillips, and that is a very short book. So it should go by quickly as well. And then I don't know what I'm going to pick up after that. We shall see. But right now, The Burning White is my priority. And I have started The Bone Maker by Sarah Beth Durst. That is the arc that I am currently reading. I know I have 2 that I'm dying to get to, but I was also dying to get to this one too. So I am just reading my way through March already. This first week has been great. I feel like I'm back on track and not in a slump anymore. And let's get through the rest of these books. Like, subscribe, do all the fun things. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!